Today I'm going to show you how to make a clay hot box used for softening oil-based clays like Chavant clay. You can also use this to soften Van Akan clay or even any oil-based clay. And what you use it for is for softening the clay so it's malleable and you can actually apply it to your sculpture and move it around and press it and work with it. Otherwise the clays tend to be really hard, and I like to use really hard clay to sculpt with so I can get some really fine details into it. So first thing is you're going to get a paper box kit from your home office store, and you might want one of these lights. They're about $6 at Home Depot, and you use about like a 60-watt light bulb inside. Also, I use aluminum foil and some spray adhesive and some aluminum tape. So with that being said, let's get started.
So your first step is you're going to get a box and you're going to shape it into exactly that, a box. They're fairly cheap. You can get them in packets of 3 or even more. And then you're going to shape your lid from the box. This is all sped up to make it really easy for you to see the process. There we go. Now I pop these little tabs in to make sure that there's airflow. Now during winter I actually close those tabs so that way the heat stays within the box. I mean, if it gets really cold, you want the heat to stay in there. So then you take the lamp and you're going to place it on top of the box, and then you're going to trace around it. This is a little sped up as well. Then you're going to remove this lamp and you're going to go about 1/4 of an inch in and draw a circle. Then you're going to take an X-Acto knife and cut your inner circle out, following the line. This is all sped up to make the process a little faster for you. And you're just going to pop that hole right out. Alright, now you remove the lid. I placed it on a bag, and I'm using spray adhesive here. And you can use 2-sided tape or even duct tape. I've done a lot of different ways of doing it, but the spray adhesive is pretty fast. Then you take aluminum foil and you line the lid. Don't worry about creases and stuff like that. It's not a big deal. Just place the aluminum foil on there and spray some more adhesive and lay it down. Now sometimes I double this layer up. And the reason I do that is because I want the heat to retain in the box. Sometimes a single layer of aluminum foil, where in this case it was cheap aluminum foil, won't hold a lot of the heat in. I mean, it'll hold some of it in, but you really want to hold the heat in. So I just put a second layer on there. Now spray adhesive is really sticky stuff, so if you get it on your fingers, a little soap and water should do you good getting it off. You can even use rubbing alcohol, that also helps take it off a little. And then I cut out the hole, and you'll see the hole through the aluminum foil. So just, cut it out, be gentle. Don't want to tear that stuff too much. And just remove the aluminum foil and the bag. It's acting as a shield to the table. Next, I'm going to spray inside the box. I'm going to spray the adhesive in there. I only do about half of the bottom. And then I lay in my aluminum foil. Then I spray the other half of the box, and I lay down the other side of the aluminum foil in that single sheet. Don't worry if it's not perfect. I mean, it doesn't have to be. It's just there to protect the box and retain the heat. And you see I'm doing a second layer of aluminum foil, basically the same reason as the top layer. But there's also the situation where clay, once it heats up, it does melt and it will stick to the aluminum foil. So by laying a second layer down, you're kind of protecting the aluminum foil and giving it some strength. The sides, I just do a single sheet. Spray the upper half first, line up the aluminum foil, and just smooth it down. Then I just spray the bottom half of the wall. And I place the aluminum foil along there as well. You're going to do this to all the walls of the box. And we'll speed up the process a little bit for you here in a second. Now don't worry if your aluminum foil tears at all, you can just peel it off. And if the adhesive is wet or sticky still. All the gaps in here, making sure that it's has no seams. Putting more on the other side. See that I'm covering up those holes. I'm actually going to cut that in a second. Okay, cutting the aluminum foil, making the air holes. This is important. You don't want to overmelt your clay. Now I have aluminum foil tape. This is used for heating ducts and stuff. So I basically align the edges, and this strengthens the bond to the box with the aluminum foil. It also helps prevent the aluminum foil from pulling up at the edges when you have clay in there, and it keeps the clay out of the creases of the aluminum foil. Now, an advantage to using aluminum tape compared to duct tape is that it will just do exactly what the aluminum foil does. If you use duct tape, you can lose some heat out of those areas, and the whole idea is to reflect light within there and have some photons heat up that box for you. I'm doing all the edges, bottom, top, walls, just getting the edges. Stuff's pretty sticky, so if you get any on your fingers, take it off, move it to the side, you know, that kind of thing. If it rips up in your hands, just peel off another piece, put it in there. See here that I'm doing the little holes. This is also to keep the aluminum foil to stick to the box still. Even though the spray adhesive's there, sometimes it'll peel away. There you go, and the box is done. Just place the lid on and put your lamp on top of it and turn your lamp on. And then you can place your clay in there and let it heat up for maybe 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even an hour depending on the temperature outside. And you'll be ready to apply the clay to your sculpture. You can also cut little pieces of clay and keep that in there, and that will heat up faster as well. Now, if you're interested in stop motion and puppet making and set building and all the famous animations that are going out there and the non-famous animations that are going on out there, go to stopmotionmagazine.com and download our free PDF magazine that comes out every 2 months. And you can also subscribe to the magazine at that website, and you'll get free updates and all sorts of good, fun goodies and stuff like that through the magazine. And thank you for watching. See you soon.